This is Pittsburgh Sunday Morning. My name's Sean McDowell. If you'd like to be a guest on the program, if you're the member of a group or organization that has an upcoming cause or event that the listening community will be interested in, doesn't necessarily have to be a local cause or event, doesn't even have to be a nonprofit cause or event either. Contact me. My name again is Sean McDowell. My email address is my name, Sean, you spell Sean, S-E-A-N, @dve.com. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Welcoming to Pittsburgh Sunday Morning for the first time, it's our friends from the Southside Rotary Club. We have Sandra Rebholz. Sandra, did I get that correct, the last name? Sandra is the District 7300 Secretariat. So the Southside Rotary Club is District 7300?
Right.
How many people are aware that Rotary clubs around the world number 33,000? Rotary clubs are in more than 200 countries with 1.2 million members on 6 different continents. Those are some pretty amazing figures.
It is indeed.
Bob Arbuckle is here this morning, too. Bob is a past district governor. Hi, Bob.
Hi, how are you?
Good. And Dave Trumbore is here, too. Dave is the Southside Rotary Club president. Hi, Dave.
Good morning, Sean. Nice to see you.
Rotary clubs since the early 1900s have been doing great work in their own neighborhoods, but also nationally and internationally they've been doing great work. How many of us knew that Rotary and the United Nations have been partnering together for more than 60 years?
That's right.
And Bob and David and Sandra, in fact, correct me if I'm wrong, Rotarians are responsible for actually founding the United Nations back in 1945.
That's right.
Just amazing. So Sandra Rebholz is here from the Southside Rotary Club, and Bob Arbuckle is a past district governor, and Bob will be talking about the Rotary Foundation and its purpose, and also the Polio Plus program, right, Bob?
That's correct.
And Dave Trumbore is here, too. Dave is the Southside Rotary Club president. Maybe we should start this morning by explaining what Rotary Club members are all about. First of all, service above self, right, Sandra?
That's it. That's our motto. But Rotary is the most prestigious, most exciting service organization in the world. It was started in 1905 by a man named Paul Harris, who is an attorney in Chicago, Illinois, and 3 of his colleagues to form a fellowship of goodwill. And they rotated their meetings among their 4 offices. In fact, that's how the club came to be called Rotary. The first symbol of the club was the wagon wheel, which transformed over the years to today's symbol, which is a wheel-shaped gear. And our flagship program since 1985, as you mentioned, is the eradication of polio from the world. And today the world stands on the threshold of eradicating this dread disease. But there are Rotary projects going on every day all over the world that address disease, hunger, poverty, lack of clean water and sanitation, illiteracy, and solutions wherever there's a need, worldwide as well as in our local communities. It's also a great place for business and social networking. It's a great organization, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Sandra Rebholz is here from the Southside Rotary Club, and Sandra is the District 7300 Secretariat. And as Sandra was just pointing out, Rotary Club members provide humanitarian service, they encourage high ethical standards in all vocations, and they help to build goodwill and peace in the world. And you guys are all volunteers. You work locally, regionally, internationally to combat hunger, improve health and sanitation, provide education and job training, promoting peace, and eradicating polio under that whole service above self motto of theirs.
That's correct.
Non-political, Bob. You guys are non-religious and open to all cultures, races, and creeds. David and Sandra?
That's right.
That's right.
And again, a Rotary Club's main objective is service in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. Sandra, I've been describing you as the District 7300 Secretariat. And I just assumed that was like the Southside Rotary Club, but actually you're not a member of the Southside Rotary Club. You're a Rotarian, but you're from Green Tree?
Right, Green Tree Rotary.
Okay, Green Tree Rotary. We'll make sure we get that straight the rest of the morning. This is really interesting as well. You're a Rotarian from the South Side or from Green Tree or from some other continent around the planet. There is a 4-way test that all Rotarians evaluate the things that they think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? That's pretty much the Rotarian credo.
That's right.
Right. That was created by in 1932 by a man named Herbert Taylor, and he created the 4-way test. He was a brand new president of a failing cookware company, and so he created this 4-way test, which brought the cookware company back to profitability.
When the Rotarians meet, are are the members reminded of the four-way test on a regular basis?
We say it at the end of every one of our meetings.
Oh, really? I was going to say it's sort of like the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's right. We say the pledge at the beginning, and then we say the Rotary four-way test at the end. And many clubs do that. I was speaking at the Moon Township Rotary Club yesterday, and they do the four-way test at every one of their meetings as well.
That's Bob Arbuckle. Bob is a past district governor, and we're talking to our friends from the Southside Rotary Club, except for Sandra. She's from the Green Tree Rotary Club. But Rotary clubs have been around for more than 100 years, dating back to the early 1900s in Chicago. There's a lot of history here.
1905. Right.
1905. Mm-hmm. And by 1921, Rotary clubs had been formed on 6 different continents.
That's right.
Yeah, those numbers, again, are just amazing. Rotary clubs around the world number 33,000. They're in more than 200 countries with 1.2 million members on 6 different continents. And once again, when you're talking about Rotary International, you're talking service above self, as all Rotary Club members globally are a part of this world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. And Sandra and Bob and David, how about some examples of service locally and nationally, maybe even internationally, that Rotary members involve themselves in? We will be talking about the Polio Plus program coming up here soon, Bob.
Well, one of the things I would like to stress is that every hour of every day there is a service project being done in the name of Rotary. It's an amazing concept when you think about it. And we're going to be talking about the polio project in a minute. But it's the largest project ever undertaken by a voluntary group in the history of the world. And it is a remarkable story. In fact, we could spend 5 hours just speaking about the polio project and the effort that has gone into eradicating polio in the world. But
$600 million you guys have contributed.
$750 million
wow.
as of yesterday.
Oh, geez.
And then it's been multiplied because governments around the world have contributed to it billions of dollars. And the Gates Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates, they believe so much in this cause and what Rotary has done that they have given a challenge to Rotary, and they have contributed $350 million.
Yeah.
And our challenge is to raise an additional $200 million, and that's the money we will need to finish the job of eradicating polio.
Bob Arbuckle is a past district governor, Rotary International, and we're going to be talking about the Polio Plus program coming up with Bob. The avenues of service are Rotary's philosophical cornerstone and the foundation on which club activity is based. So club service, vocational service, community service, and international service, as Rotarians are all about service, locally, nationally, and internationally.